First is going to be Jarcino versus viletomato, which I'm going to remember to change the stream name this time. Jarcino versus viletomato. Yes, we're going to get into it. This is going to be a PVZ with a gray Zerg played by viletomato and a red Protoss played by Jarcino. Of course, speed up the first couple minutes of the game. Yep, that looks normal. And that looks normal. Everything looks normal so far. The Overlord is going to first scout Jarcino. So a bit of an edge there. He goes Forge, fast expand. Forge first. And it looks like he's going to make 6 Zerg. Nope, he's not. Makes 2 drones, so nothing too aggressive yet. Yep, 2 Zerglings pop out. And it looks like they're just going to go ahead and start running across the map. Jarcino throws down his photon cannon, but he's going to need to pull some probes. It's not going to be done in time. He's going to have to buy enough time for that photon cannon. Throws the gateway down, blocks the path with the probe. But he's... oh no, yeah, he needs like 3 or 4. Oh no. Oh no. You hate to see it. Yeah, it doesn't matter how many probes you send at that, they're all gonna die. Puts the other cannon down. Oh, he might be able to scare them out. And then 4 more Zerglings show up, and that's not gonna work. They can kill the pylon, they can kill the probes. Kill the pylon and the probes, and then the cannon. And then Jarcino. That was vile. That tomato. Yep. It be like that sometimes as Protoss. Sometimes you just... you don't defend that first cannon properly, you don't block right, and the Zerg just gets in and kills you. So we're going to go on to game 2. We're going to see how it goes for them. Hopefully they'll remember to lucky scout, very lucky scout. That was crazy. I think the cannon was just about to finish when it died too. So yeah, when the Zerglings start running across the map, you need to pull like 3 or 4 probes to make sure that first cannon lives. Because if it dies, it's pretty hard to come back. Now we have Jarcino in the top right, playing once again the red Protoss, and viletomato in the bottom left, playing once again the green Zerg. On Polypoid? Yeah, this is Polypoid. I think, yes. Alright. Well, speed up the first couple minutes, and we'll see where this game goes if viletomato gets into the base again. Jarcino throws the pylon down and goes to scout, which I used to think was how you're supposed to play, but then apparently when I joined the Coach Pupil League and learned many things about the game that I didn't know, because there are many people who are better than me at it, you'll learn many things. And one of those is that you don't actually scout when you build the pylon, you scout when you build the forge. because you get it's actually crazy how many extra minerals you get when you scout just a little bit later. The Zerglings come out. Viletomato hasn't scouted Jarcino yet, so the photon cannon should be up in time this game. Gateway goes up, probe blocks the most direct path, and the cannon is going to finish. The drone gets out. And, yep, the probe begins attacking his own gateway. For fear of he wants to become a warrior, and they wouldn't allow him into the Zealot program, so he takes his rage out on his own creations. Alright, Cybercore goes down, gas begins to mine. We're gonna see where Viletomato takes this. What flavor of Hydra Bust this Zerg pulls out, or just what strategy they go for in general. Cybercore goes down. Viletomato getting their third, going 5 hatcheries, so this looks like it could be a 5-hatch Hydra play. Soon we'll see the Hydra Den coming down fairly soon. Right on time. And, yeah. There's the Star Gate. As usual, and the Citadel of Dune should be shortly after. Additional photon cannon comes down to help defend. Oh, and a Zealot. Oh, this is really cool. Zealot decides to go around roaming. He's going to get some drone kills. Just one, but he's going to distract these Zerglings. He's going to be able to wedge himself into the... he paid for himself. He killed 2 Zerglings and a drone. That's 100 minerals. And the... Oh, gosh. Oh, let me slow down again. We're 6 minutes in. Corsair begins taking out an Overlord, which will not supply block Viletomato, but... Oh, it will momentarily supply block Viletomato, because the Overlords are not done yet. And otherwise, he's getting into a fairly standard Protoss game. Zealot legs, 2 more gateways. Viletomado's getting his Hydralisk upgrades, his evolution chambers. He's getting his Hydralisks. Oh, he's getting... Jarcino's actually getting +1 air weapons. Fortunately, Viletomato isn't going for any Spire play currently. So, +1 air will only help kill Overlords faster, but there are Hydralisks. Hydralisks kill Corsairs faster than Corsairs kill Overlords. Unfortunately. Yeah, I would say going for the +1 air weapons while you only have 1 Corsair is an interesting... Okay, no. More Corsairs are on the way. I spoke too soon. 3 more gates on the way, and the Templar Archive, so Jarcino is getting into a healthy Protoss economy. And Viletomato is going for Evolve Lurker aspects, so it's not going to be a Hydra bust, but a Lurker contain strategy, or idea. Although, the Hydras could be busted. There are a lot of them. Ooh. They're all moving to the 3rd base. Well, a couple of Zerglings do spot the Zealot run by, so when the Zealots come in, they actually aren't going to get almost any work done between the Sunken and all the Hydralisks that are still up here. Jarcino's going to try to attack in. More Hydralisks spawn, and Jarcino says, "Not me," and runs back out. Only 1 Zealot takes any serious damage. And he can just go back to the bench, drink some cooler Gatorade water, and be fine. He'll be back in the game later. Zealots get caught a bit out in the open. Ooh, these Hydralisks are caught out in the open. And 1 goes down. Oh, Probe sneaks out to go build his 3rd base. The Zealots are just going to be checking for more bases running around, trying to keep the Hydras probably away from attacking into his main, which now has 3 High Templar defending it, who are just about to be evolved with Storm, and 2 Dark Templar on the way. Yeah, they should be safe. Even though there's only 2 cannons, there are now 4 High Templar, so that is a lot of Storms. But the Zealots are kind of out on the map. Oh, they're going to catch that 4th base and deny it. Very well done. Mid-map Zealots. Oh, and they're going to come up right as the Lurkers are starting to morph. I don't know if he sees it, though. He does, so he really needs to actually try and push out before these Lurkers hatch and keep him buried in his base. I don't think he has a robo base, or robo facility. So he won't be able. Oh no, that's a. Did he have to run all the way out there to do that? That seems a bit excessive. Yeah, robo facility is just starting, so this lurker containment is going to be around for a while. Luckily, there are a handful of zealots pocketed around the map, and well, I guess the 3rd's been found out. This probe will put up a valiant fight, but more Hydralisks can just come and, oh man, they're going to completely deny this base, and it's already finished, so that is 400 minerals are going away. Whoa, the probe actually got it. Nice. What an absolute lad. Ooh, the pocket zealots are going to try to save the base, but I don't think they'll be able to. Why are there 3 drones here? Is he going to expand here? Oh, the Corsairs are going to try to take out some Overlords. They might get 1 or 2. Oh no, they retreat before they get 1. Drones might go down to the corner to expand. A couple Dark Templars sneak out. But there really isn't any open spot where there aren't Overlords. And Jarcino really needs his observers so he can break out. His observatory's just starting, so it should just be only a few moments for them. Yeah, they're... Oh man, they are getting messed up on that pathing, huh? Sunken colonies don't kill DTs that fast, so you can get a lot of drones before they actually die, but it can be rough. In fact, the Dark Templar probably could kill the Sunken colony. I mean, he's playing it very patiently. He hasn't, like, thrown his army out into the lurker nest needlessly, so Jarcino is playing very, very well. Queen's Nest on the way for viletomato, so Hive Tech is just around the corner. He'll be able to get in the Ultralisks, +3/+3. And, yeah, that'll be very dangerous. Right, Viltomato's first observer is out. Unfortunately, there are overlords in position. Looks like they are going to be able to spot and take it out, and that's just going to be delay Jarcino breaking out of his own base more and more. Oh, Corsairs come down to start clearing the overlords so that the DTs can get in. One shot, but they're going to start clearing drones. Oh no, he swiped the extractor. He got the warning message. Yeah, so now Corsairs are just dive bombing, trying to just get damage to keep distracting him. And Overlord is probably going to start heading up there again sometime soon to save the base. Corsairs get out, and Jarcino is going to start making moves to try and get out of his own base. Huge storm on that clump of Hydralisks. Runs back. Unfortunately, the second storm does miss, and he can't pick them up. But he needs Singularity Charge and Dragoons out on the way. He's floating a lot of minerals and not making too much. first storm out on the lurkers, does a lot of damage, takes one lurker out. Really good, but the observer barely doesn't get picked off. Now the overlords are going to start moving forward, and they are going to start sniping them. Jarcino is missing a lot of storms. He's not macroing well. He was in a pretty decent position. He was primed pretty well to break out of his own base, but he's not really following it up like he needs to be. Okay. Second big storm. Okay, yeah. So he does, even without the observer, he is able to see where the lurker is by how it shoots. So he's able to storm on top of it. And, I mean, like, there is just a problem where every moment that Jarcino hasn't broken out of his base, viletomato has top left. viletomato has 10 o'clock, I guess. viletomato has 7 o'clock. viletomato has the bottom right. Bottom table has 6 o'clock. He's a lot of bases. He has his mineral only. Jarcino's on 2 base. He's running out of minerals soon. He's even destroying his own gateway so he can maneuver better. I mean, this force isn't even, it's not even that large. It is you can deal with it, but it's just very tricky. That's the infinite diagonal cannon range. Wonderful. Alright. Yeah, viletomato is now ahead on supply. You don't want to... So Jarcino's like window of being able to break out and turn this game around is closing ever rapidly, because a Zerg with more supply than the Protoss is almost impossible to beat. I mean, they are on Hive Tech. So here's the push out. It's a bit staggered. Zerg's on 2-2 upgrades against 0-1 for the Protoss. Haven't been any storms going down. Okay, one decent storm hits a couple of lurkers and softens them up, but Jarcino's army is kind of non-existent. He GG's. viletomato takes it 2-0 now? Yeah, because he won the first game. So really well done, a really excellent lurker contain. He handled that really well. Like, that was a good lurker contain. The lurkers were really well spread. It made it like I was talking about how Jarcino was kind of not pushing out like he needed to, but part of that is viletomato set up a really nice arc on the lurkers. That all of them were spread apart pretty evenly, which makes it really hard to find like a nice spot to storm and hit a clump of them. Yeah. Both players played very patiently, and it just turned out that was in the Zerg's favor. And now we hop into our game. Is this Polypoid again? Did I pick the right replay? We hop into our game 3 of viletomato versus Jarcino. I guess they played Polypoid again. Okay. So, yeah. You picked the same map. Gotcha. Then yeah. viletomato spawns in the top right as the steelish gray Zerg. Bottom left we have Jarcino playing as the red Protoss. Oh, apparently, was there a lot of lag this game? Because it seems like that may have been an issue. Okay, so viletomato will not get the scout out on Jarcino, but Jarcino will find viletomato's base. Probably scout that it is a hatch first. Yep, sees the spawning pool. Now, when this happens, you can always cannon rush the hatchery by building a pylon and a cannon, like right behind here. Just build it right out of sight of the hatchery. Fortunately, Jarcino seems to be an honorable Pyros. He picked the same map. Canada versus New Zealand. Yeah, that was... This was probably a very lag-infested game then. Okay, so spawning pool comes. First wave of Zerglings. And they're going to just run straight across the map. Even though no Overlord or drone has scouted cross spawns, viletomato can just send them right across because he knows that's where they're at. And Jarcino's probe is picking a fight. It's angry. It's mad. Alright, there is the second cannon. Zerglings... Yep, sending 2 Zerglings at a time doesn't quite get past it. Viletomato going for hatchery and lair. So would not be surprised to see maybe the same game of Game 2 play out, where it's a fast lurker containish type thing. Oh, Zerglings do come back to scare the probe away, because viletomato wants to keep his secrets. Yep, probe is finally scared out. Drone goes to make the Hydra Den. Or the hatchery. My bad. It's probably... Last game was a 5-hatch Hydra, so that's probably what we're going to be looking at here as well. Probe. Oh, goes up the ramp. Scouts the 3rd. Oh, it's a 4-hatch Spire. Alright. Let's mix it up. Jarcino has been pretty reliably going for the Stargate tech, though, so... unfortunately, it's a bit behind on his gas. So... we'll see if he's going to be able to be prepared for it. Okay, Stargate goes down. We'll probably see a Gateway or a Citadel of the Dune coming out as well. No Zealots yet. Spire's about halfway done. Oh, I'm sorry, I said no Zealots. The first 2 Zealots are coming to attack the 3rd base. However, a creep colony is trying to get established here. It's going to probably instantly morph into a sunken. Yep. And so this base should be defended pretty easily. Oh, Zealot kind of glitches out on the minerals and doesn't attack the Zerglings back. He becomes a pacifist in the final moments of his life. And the Zealot behind the minerals also. He was told to hold position, and he will hold till his last breath. Spires should be finished now, so we should be seeing a Muta influx very soon.
Go on.
Yes. Hello.
Proceed.
Well.
No.
Proceed. I imagine there will be mutas.
Go on.
And then the mutas will fight the Corsairs. And then the Mutalisks may beat the Corsairs, or the Corsairs might beat the Mutalisks.
Go on.
Well, you see, Mutalisks are a flying Zerg unit with an attack that bounces off of other units and does residual damage. Corsairs are a Protoss air unit whose attacks is who has an AoE attack that will hit all the mutas in a ball. However, Corsairs usually will beat groups of Mutalisks. However, sometimes the Zerg flying unit, the Scourge, which can hit things and do like 5 million damage or something, I'm not sure the math, two Scourge can kill a Corsair. And if there aren't enough Corsairs, the Mutalisks will win.
Go on.
Winning entails... If you win a game of StarCraft, it means your opponent...
I think we just lost a viewer.
It happens. Yeah, I mean, so the big thing with mutas are now in the probe line, killing a lot of probes. Yeah, Corsairs usually can beat Mutalisks, but they kind of need to be like in a enough. There needs to be enough Corsairs. You need more than only like 2 or 3. So that could be pretty rough.
That's what you think.
What? Oh, okay. Hold on. Don't you play Terran?
Yes.
Hold on. Alright. Well, we have the big Mutaflock flying across the map now. That is 10 Mutalisks. 10 Mutalisks is a lot more than 3 Corsairs? Yeah, 3 Corsairs? But with
Yes, 10 is more than 3.
Yeah, but with the photon cannons, 3 could be more than 10.
I don't know. I might have to check the math on that one real quick.
That said, viletomato is just really committing hard to the Mutalist play. They aren't really getting any other tech. Jarcino is getting like his Templar tech and everything up. Ooh, I think Corsair just. Well, I think he sacrificed most of his Scourge to kill 1 Corsair, and that's usually not a good trade. And now the football team of Zealots is going to move across the map, try to get some damage done. But the Mutalisks should be able to clean them up, but Zealots are very sturdy. Alright, the 3 Corsairs come out to fight the Mutaflock, but they have to be very careful of these Scourge flying by. Viletomato getting into Hive Tech now, so we're going to have a lot of options for how they want to play this game. They seem to just be pretty going hard on the Mutalisks. Even though Jarcino is, making more Corsairs, getting High Templar out. Might get a lucky storm. There's a lot of Scourge.
So it's always a lucky storm, huh? There's never any skill, just lucky.
Yeah, against Mutalisks, yes.
Nah, man, if you land it, you just say it's all skill.
It's all skill. No. Any storm that can hit Mutalisks is just pure luck.
Well, that's the thing. If you get lucky, you just gotta claim it's all skill.
Being lucky is a skill, so.
There you go.
There you go.
Now it's both.
Viletomato gets their 4th up in the top left corner, which is gonna get them a lot of gas. And when they have a lot of gas, they'll be able to get a lot of tech. And when they get a lot of tech, they can build a lot of units. Jarcino's still stuck on 2 bases, except instead of a Lurker contain, it is now a Mutalisk contain.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. Yeah. Oh, he's going to a greater spire. We're gonna see Guardians. Guardians and Devourers. We're going full air Zerg.
How many Scourge does it take to blow up Corsair?
2.
And he's got like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Well, they got him. They also sniped almost all of the High Templar. And they could fight the Dragoons if they wanted to. That's a pretty good fight there. For Viletomato, though, they're playing it cautious and backing up, letting their Mutalisks regroup. I mean, personally, I think the Mutalisks probably could actually fight and kill like most of this army. Like
Maybe he's worried about those lucky storms.
True. There might be some lucky storm men hiding amongst the Zealot Dragoon. Yep, okay, Jarcino's gonna march straight to the 12 o'clock to try and take it out. And the Mutalisks are on the whole other side of the map, so he actually should be able to get it. A handful of Dragoons probably are going to be enough to kill 3 Mutalisks. Also, Jarcino has +1. Oh no, he's turning all of his Mutalisks into Guardians outside Jarcino's base. He's saying, I don't care about my 12 o'clock base, I'm making Guardians. Which seems like a not great idea when your opponent still has Corsairs and High Templar that can storm. Because Mutalisks require lucky storms, but Guardians, you can just hit them. What?
What?
What? What?
What? I didn't say anything.
What? Well, viletomato wins 3-0, I guess. I thought for sure that the Guardian play wasn't going to force the GG, but I guess it does.
Yeah, I guess so.
Congrats to viletomato. Played pretty well. I love to see Greater Spire. You don't see it a lot, so it's always fun, but I just wasn't expecting, Jarcino still had a couple of Corsairs. I guess if he tried to attack into the Guardians, there were enough Scourge to kill him, but okay.